apa sih
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon. I know it's afternoon and your lunchtime. Sorry about it. I'll try to keep this session is very interesting. You'll be hungry for food and as well as the knowledge of course. But I really appreciate your dedication and commitment. I guarantee you will learn some important stuff in the next 2 hours. By the way, my name is Kala. I have 6 years of experience as a front-end developer. I also worked as a back-end developer for a couple of years. I work for an MNC. I also have experience of teaching about 2 years. In today's session, we are going to focus on the some three important areas of UI, HTML, CSS, and AngularJS. I think most of the people heard about the HTML and CSS, Angular, JavaScript. Here is the doubt: can we get a job with these three technologies? Yes, of course, you can get a job within the 3 months if you learn these UI technologies. In this session, we will focus during the first 1 hour is HTML and CSS, and the next 1 hour we will focus on the most important part in the UI technologies, JavaScript and AngularJS in particular. So can we start now? I think everyone can
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
my. Yes, thank you. Now we will start with HTML. HTML is an acronym which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which is used for creating the web pages and the web applications. Coming to the hypertext. Hypertext means this simply says text within text. Text within text in a sense. If we have the link, we will go with the example, then we can understand easily about this one. See, here is the example. If we have the hypertext, in a sense, here we have the one link. If we click on to that link, we will go to the some other page that is called as hypertext. Markup. Markup, in a sense, we are formatting and layouting the application. If we have an application, if we are design that application, that means the markup. And coming to the markup language is a computer language that is used to apply the layout and formatting and convert the HTML document into the web browsers. Okay. Next, coming to the HTML characteristics. Why HTML is very useful in the UI technologies, and why it is very important if you are learning the UI technologies, or if you are working as a UI developer or front-end developer. HTML is very easy to learn, and it is a simple language. If the person is not IT also, he can understand the HTML in the one class itself. He can able to learn easily. And by using the HTML, we can make the application is very effective. And by using this markup, we can able the application is the flexible design and web pages along with the text. It facilitates the programmers to add the links to web pages, like as we had seen the example, they can able to give the links, and they can able to give the background with the specifications of the application, and they can able to give the images as well. And HTML is platform dependent because it can be displayed on any platform like Windows, Linux, and some other some other systems.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Hello, madam.
Yes.
Voice is breaking, ma'am.
Okay. Now am I audible?
Small disturbance.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry for that. Now.
Yeah, okay, madam.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Mainly HTML have the some building blocks. Like if we want to create an HTML document, these are the main important tags or attributes elements. Like these are the main building blocks of the HTML document. Number one is tag, attribute, and element. Coming to the tags. Tag means in HTML, if you want to write an HTML document like headers, paragraphs, or anything, so there is a tag for open tag and close tag. These two symbols make it as a tag in the HTML. And coming to the attribute. Attribute means it provides the extra information about the element. If you have the, for example, header is one tag. Right? Beside the head one. In this tag, like by using the attribute, this is the opening tag. Inside of this, if you had given the h1, it is an attribute for the for giving the extra information about the elements. Element is nothing but this is an individual component of HTML file. Jyoti, am I audible now?
Madam.
Hello.
Voice break was now.
Yeah, ma'am. Audible. No problem.
Just give me. Now, am I audible now?
Yes,
I think
madam.
it is clear. Yeah. Sorry for the
Network-
disturbance.
network problem.
Yeah. Now coming to the element. An element is an individual component of the HTML file. This is an individual component. In the HTML file, everything written in the within the tags. If you are if you want to write anything in the HTML document without the open tag and without the close tag, we can't able to create the HTML file. And here, this one is called as starting tag. And this is an ending tag. The HTML element have the open and close tag. These are the building blocks of the HTML.
Ma'am, you are not audible properly.
Hello. Madhupriya, am I audible now? Prakash P. Yes, I haven't changed any other screen. That's why it is stuck. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am, now.
Thank you. Can you able to see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am. But in
Yes,
some
ma'am.
ways, yeah, on the class it's changing, ma'am. Your voice is not audible. It is not clear also.
Okay. Now am I audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It is clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now we will discuss each building blocks which we had discussed in the tag, element, and attribute. HTML tags. These are like the keywords, we can say. This defines the web browser will format and display the content with the help of the tags. By using the tags, we can format and display the content which we need to show in the application. If you're writing an HTML tag, we need the HTML. Sorry, if you need to write an HTML file, or if you need to create an HTML document, you must and should use these HTML tags. You can write whatever the you can write whatever the content you want to show in the application. Coming to the still my voice is breaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Also, this is not audible still now.
After some time, your voice is breaking and the screen will stuck.
Okay, this will not happen again. Can we continue?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. I think everyone have the clarity about the HTML tags. We had discussed 2 times now. Now we will move on to HTML attribute. HTML attributes are the special words which provides the additional information about the elements. This will provide the additional information. And each element or tag can we have the attribute. Without attribute, there is no element, there is no tag will complete. Attribute should always be applied with the tag. With the tag only we can add the attribute. For example, like header 1, head 1, or like this is the tag we are using. So between of these, this is the attribute we can say, and this will give the clarity. Dear Madhupriya, please wait some time. I will show the example of the HTML document. Okay. And we'll go with the HTML elements. HTML elements is a file is made of elements. These elements is responsible for creating the web pages, define the content of the web page. Like if you had created one head tag, if you need to close this. So without elements, without tags, without attributes, we can't able to complete the HTML document. So basic construction of the HTML pages. Like, see, in the HTML page is the design. First, we can see the doc type is HTML. Then this HTML which defines the which type of code is inside of this page. And head tag. Head tag defines the, like, this will give the heading of the content. Like whatever the content you are placing in the body. Someone, can you please mute yourself? Rohit, can you please mute yourself? Okay. Doc type defines the which type of document you are going to construct, and HTML will define the which type of document you are going to write. And header. Head is defined as a heading of the page. Like whatever the stuff you are going to give into the body section, that will give the name of the body. Like this will defines the abstract type of the body section which you are going to give the information, or which we are going to give the content. Within this head tag only we can give the metadata, or like titles, or uh, for the section of the details. Within the body tag we will give the content of the application, like which we need to display, which we need to give show in the application. And these are the some simple tags for the HTML page. H1 is the, in the headers, in the headings we have the some header tags, that is from H1, H2, H3. These are the main heading tags which we are going to use in the HTML. Like you can see, if you had opened the tag, you need to close in this way. Paragraph is a one type of tag. You need if you had this the paragraph. See, automatically this will close. Without this close tag, we can't able to create the HTML document. In a simple way, basic construction of the HTML page in the and inside of this this is an header tag. And here is the body tag. These are the main HTML page structure. First we have the HTML document, then here header tag, then body tag. Within the body tag, whatever the content you want to write it, you need to choose here. Then as we had seen the example of this one, like if you had given the, this is the HTML page, like here we can give the heading of the elements. In the body H1 had given the some data and paragraph H2. So you can define the, like if H1, if had used the H1 tag, you can see the header is the more header with, like the format the font is big. If you are coming to the H2, H3, so in this way we can give the HTML page. If you had used the H1 tag, the text will comes automatically with the bold and size. We can differentiate with the paragraph and the HTML header also. And now we will come to the HTML anchor tag. This is the main tags which we are going to use in the HTML. Anchor tag is refers the link to the another web page. Like if you need to navigate to the another page. For example, if I want to navigate to the this gmail.com, this web page I need to navigate. So in this code, here is the anchor tag. Within the p tag, I had used the anchor tag by using the href. Within the href, you can give the link which you want to navigate to the another page. We can show the example. Now we can see the, once we click on this page, this link, you can automatically navigate to the Gmail. So in this way, anchor tag will use. By using the anchor tag, you can give the links to navigating to the another web page. In the same way, we have the one more tag. HTML image tag. By using this, we can able to give the images into the application. We can give the background images to the so if the particular content you need the background image, you can also give the pictures to pictures by using the image tag. Coming to that syntax, in the same way, by using the image tag, we are giving the background image to the content. Yeah, Pooja, now can you see my screen? I think there is no response. I think everyone can see. Thank you. This is about the main anchor tag and image tag. Now we are coming to the main interesting part and main important part of the HTML table. Thanks for the all response. Now we are going to discuss a HTML table. By using the HTML table tag, we can display the data into the tabular format in the rows and columns. I think everybody have idea about the HTML tables, like not in the HTML. If the table we can show in the, we have the rows, here this is the table tag which we need to show the table in the application. We should use this table tag in the HTML document. By using the tr, this defines the table row, and th will defines the table header. It defines the table header. As we can see here, first in the row we need the first name, last name and marks in the table headers. Instead of this, we have the tr and td. Td will defines the table data within the columns. We'll see the example. See, as you can see, first name, last name, marks, which we had defined within the table header tag. We can see that in the application. If you had in the zone, these details we had given within the td part. Within the tr, we had used the td. Td defines table data. This is the simple about the tables. Now we are going to discuss HTML list. In the HTML, we have the three type of lists which is defined in the HTML. One is ordered list and description list. Coming to the ordered list. And description list. Order list, in a sense, this will give automatically order to the number, automatically order to the your content. Shravan, can you see my Google Slides now, like my screen? Shravan, am I audible? Shravan, am I audible? The order list. For example, in the order list, hello. Yes, now. Am I audible now? I think I have the bad network. I'm so sorry for that.
Audible, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, can we continue? We are discussing about the ordered list. Ordered list means it is a number list. It is giving the automatically numbers to the list which you need to show. We are using the OL tag for the ordered list. Now we can see within the OL we are using the LI for the list. Like LI defines the list of the data which you are need to show in the application. We can see in the application like see, I haven't given any numbers in the code, but I just use L the tag and LI for the list. That is given automatically the numbers to the list of the content. That is about the ordered list. Now we are coming to the unordered list. Unordered list is simply says that this will give the bullets to the content. Like as we can see the ordered list that will give to the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are coming to the unordered list, that will give to the bullets to the content. We can see in the application like this. In this way, the unordered list will work. In the unordered list, we are using the UL for the defines the unordered list, LI for the list of the content. Now we are coming to the description list. Description list, in a sense, this will defines the see. If you had given the one heading and if you need to define about that heading, if you had given the one topic and if you need to define about that topic, that is defined as a description list. So if you are using the DL and DT and DD, so these are the three tags which will works in the description list. By using the DL tag, this will define the automatically this is the description list. And DT means this is the title of the paragraph, like title of the document which you want to show in the description. So DD will shows the description data, like if you had given the HTML, if you want define about the HTML, then you need to use the DD. So this is automatically gives the paragraph section, as you can see, title, description, title, description. In this way, the description list will going to work. we are going to discuss HTML forms. HTML form. First of all, form in a sense, for example, if you want to log into the application, then you can see the for first time if you this is also one type of form, login page or application page. So these type of forms which we can see in applications. For that forms we are creating by using the HTML. In the HTML, by using the form tag, we are going to create one form. In the example, here is the form I was defined. Within the form tag, I have the field set, like fields, how many fields I need to use. For example, first name, last name, age, gender. These are the fields. If I need to set, I need to use the field set tag. Now we can see it in the application. This is the heading. By using the header tag, I had defined the heading. So then within the form, this is the header tag, that is the title of the form. And coming to the form, in the form, this is within this border which we can see, that is the form. In the legend, by using the legends, labels, input, these are the main tags which we are going to use in the form for designing the form. So by using the legends, I had given this information. And coming to that labels, I had given that this is the input box and the label. Label is defined as a we are giving the heading of the input box in the simple way we can say. If you are creating anything, for example, had given password and sign up. This is the on-click function. So in this way, we are using, see, if you are clicking the sign up form, you already signed in and the page will be reset. This is the example of the HTML forms. And let me share my screen again. Okay. Now, can you able to see my screen? Registration form, you can see now. Thank you. This is the form example. I'll explain for you again. Within the form tag, we are creating the form. By using the field set, we are giving the fields like how many fields we are going to use. Registration form like a full name, last name, email, enter password. This type of the fields we can set within the field set. By using the labels, we are giving the heading of the input box. By using the input tag, we will create this text box. This is about the HTML forms. Okay. This is the basics of the HTML. Now we will moving on to the CSS. I think everybody have an idea about the CSS. CSS is defined as a cascading style sheet. It means if you had created the HTML document, this is the registration form which you had created in HTML. So you need to design this page. You need to give it is a colorfully displays better way. For example, if you need to change the font of the registration form, if you want to give color to the entire full name, for this label you need to give the color, or like these bullets you need to give the color, or this text box is defined in the a different color. If you want to give the different for example, if you need to give the background color of this page, or like if you want to create if you want to give the different color about the sign up, and if you want to change the format of this form, by using the HTML we will do that. So in the simple way we can say that design the HTML page. By using the CSS we will design the HTML pages with which looks efficiently and perfect. By using the CSS, these are the main features. It solves the big problem. How? In a by me. This will avoid the repeating code in the application. If you had created one CSS document, if you had given the one CSS code, if you had given the one style of the particular headers, you can able to apply this or this code to every component in the application. And by using this solves a lot of time. Like we don't want to write every component in the stylings. And by using the by using the CSS, we can solve more, we can give the more attributes to design the HTML pages. So now we can see the HTML syntax. For example, we will go with the color yellow. So you can see the color is a name and yellow is defined as a value. By uh, by connecting the name and value, we can decorate the HTML page. So we'll move on to like if you have the header tag, if you want to design this tag, if you want to give a color to this tag, as we had discussed the color in here, by using the H1, if you select this one and decorate that one, color is simply says a name or selector, and if you had given any color, this is as a value of the CSS. In the example, we can see for example, if I need to give color to the H1 tag, for the only H1 I need to give color, or like only P I need to give. So in the CSS, here is the only P tag will comes in the red color. See, whatever the P tags we had used, so that will comes into the red color. So here what we did in the code, we had given the one selector and we decorated with the values. This is the selector and this is the value and this is the ID, or like this is the universal selector also you can say. And coming to the CSS selectors, like how many types we can select. We can select the tags and we can design the HTML page. One is element selector, ID selector, class selector, universal selector, and group selector. These are the 5 selectors which we are going to use in the CSS for design the HTML page. Element selector, in a sense, just now we had seen the application example. See, this is the one element which we are using in the HTML document. See, this is the one element. So by using this element, we can design in the HTML page. And coming to the ID selector, in the ID section, here is the, we can use the ID, and this is the ID name which we are using in the HTML. So in the CSS, by using the as, we can give the ID name and we can design this page by the IDs. And coming to the class selector. Class selector, by using the class tag, class method, we will use one class name. By using in that class name, we will give the particular selectors and particular decorators, like how we need to design the application. We are, by using the class also we can design the HTML. So till this one we can see the example. First is the element selector, ID selector, class selector. So first ID, in a sense, whatever the HTML tag you are using, that you can place it, you can use it in the CSS document. If you are coming to the ID, whatever the ID you are using in the HTML, you can use by using that ID. You need to design in the CSS by using the class. In the class, you need to use the dot. In the ID, defines with the hash, and element is like whatever the tag you are using, you can directly place it here. Okay, in the example, first in the ID, in the element, I had given the P and the color is red and the text align is the center. See, this is the element selector. And coming to the, this is the ID selector. In the ID selector, I had used in the body. See, everything will be assigned in the right side. If you want in the left or center, we can define here. And then we can coming to the center, like a class selector. In this class, I had used in the paragraph. Only the second paragraph I had used of the class. So you can see the design of this second paragraph itself. One more efficient way we can. I had assigned into the left side and I had given this particular. If you want to give this same class to another content, another tags also, for example, h3 I need. By using the class method, we need to whatever the class you had used in the CSS, you need to place it in the HTML, and you can see first paragraph we had used the class, and h3 heading we had used the class. Only those particular ones we can design it by using the IDs and the classes. Now we will move on to element selector, directory tag, and ID selector will define with the as symbol, and class selector will define with the point, and universal selector. Universal selector in a sense, if you want to design whole this page, for example, if you want to give the background color of whole this page, whole this HTML document, you can use the star for the universal selector. In the example, we can go with the example. So I just given this color to whole background of the HTML page. This is the universal selector. You can see that. So in this way, you can place it images in the background. You can place it like your in your inside of the desktop image pictures, like not only the links of the images in the which we are getting in the web browsers. You can use it in the your local system images also. This is about the universal selector. And coming to the group selector. See, in this example, we can define, for example, h1, h2, h3. These are the three tags we are using in the HTML. These three tags you need to design in the you need to give the single color. If you have the 100 of headers, if you had used the h1, h2, h3, h4, these are the three tags you had used in the HTML. So you can't able to give one by one. You can't able to create classes or create the element details one by one in the CSS file. In that case, how many tags if you have, how many tags give the same color, how many tags you need to design in the differently with the HTML file. You can use the group selector. For example, I need in the h1 tag, h2 tag, and h3 tag in the a different way compared to the all this data. So this data will comes into the text. I had aligned it to the center, and I changed the font family, and I changed the font size. You can see only how many groups, how many tags of the group I had selected. Those data we can see in the differently which we had designed in the CSS. That is about the group selector. Now we will move on to the CSS fonts. Like everyone aware of the fonts in a sense, like you need to increase the for example, if you want to increase this, but this is the type fonts. If you want to change the font styles, for example, we can go with the font size, like the content of the page, or like content of the text is called as a font. We can style it the font. We can change the font family. We can change the font, like if you need the font variants or like font weight, you need to give the, so by using the CSS we can able to give it. So in this example we will go with the font family first thing. In the h1 tag we will go with you can easily differentiate with the, see, you can see the difference between these tags and this only h1 tag. And font size, in a sense, you can see, I think everyone aware of it, like we need to give the big size of fonts or a smaller size of fonts by using the font size method, font size selector in a simple way. And coming to the font variant in a sense, if you had given the text like anything, if you had given this text, in the application you need to variant this, like you need the small caps, or like you need the normal thing how how they had written in the document, you need to show in the same way. So in that way we can use the font variant. If you had used the small caps variable declaration, so a decorator, this will gives automatically to the your heading, like starting of the every word, that will differentiate. This is about the fonts. In coming to the font colors, using the color, yes, now we had seen this example as well. Same, only that the exact text will change the color. And we had discussed about the font family, font size, how mainly we will come to the how many types or how many ways we can define the CSS. There is an inline CSS. I think someone, can you please mute yourself? Abhiram something. Someone, can you please mute yourself? Abraham, can you please mute yourself? Thank God. Inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. These are the three ways we can able to design the CSS. Inline CSS, in a sense, if you have the HTML document, in the HTML tag itself, by using the style tag, if you had given the design of the page, that is called as HTML, CSS, inline CSS. If you had given this within the style tag, if you had designed the color, or like background color, background color. So within the style tag we can define, or else by using this style selector, style class, we can design the CSS background color. There are so many classes, there are so many ways, there are so many selectors for designing the page, but everyone can understand with the simple ways. That's why I'm using the color and background color, font sizes. See, this is the, in the CSS, there is no classes I had designed, only inline CSS. I had, by using the style tag, I had designed the page. See, you can see this. This is called as an inline CSS. And coming to the within the document. Abraham, can you please mute yourself? Coming to the internal CSS. Internal CSS, in a sense, if you have the one file, if you have the application, for example, we can go with this. In the application, we have the CSS, and mainly we have the CSS, HTML, and JS files. In this file, like we can call it as CSS, HTML, and PS. These are called as the component. In this component, you had used the CSS, you had designed the CSS that is called as internal CSS. Within the component, you had designed the page of the HTML that is called as in the internal CSS. With this internal CSS, you can only design the particular component screens. Coming to the external CSS. External CSS means every application there is an style.css file. Once again, application. See, every application, if you had given every project, every application, there is one file called it as style.css. In this styles.css, whatever the classes, whatever the IDs you had given, that will applicable with the entire application. If you have 100 components, you need to design in the every component we have the header tag. So you can't able to write every component with the header tag design. So you need to give the 100 components with the same header style, like color and font size, font family, everything is the same for the 100 components. But you need to give it in the one place by using the external CSS. In the styles.css, whatever the classes, whatever the IDs, whatever the universal selectors we had given, that you can able to use in the entire application, entire components. For example, in the styles.css, you had given the header tag, header element color is red. So wherever you are using the header tag, that all components will get that color will change into the red. That is about the CSS. These are the three ways we can able to design the CSS. Now we will move on to the JavaScript. So this is the main technology which we are using in the every UI developer, every front-end developer, every full stack developer needs to learn JavaScript. What is the JavaScript? JavaScript is an object-based scripting language. This is not fully object-oriented language. This is an object-based scripting language. Why JavaScript? JavaScript is a lightweight and cross-platform. Like by using the JavaScript, we can able to create the lots of applications with the simple code. Here we will use the less of the code, and we can create the large applications, large projects. And coming to the, this is not an compiled language, and it is this is not an compiled language, but it is translated language. Translated language in a sense, if you have writing in the JavaScript code, but this will convert and this will translate into the web browsers. Like if you have the HTML page, within the HTML page, you can't create an application entirely. So if you have the functions, if we have the classes, we have the some APIs we need to call it in the application. By using the JavaScript, we will fetch with the HTML. And features of the JavaScript. All popular web browsers, most of the web browsers, we can say all, because most of the web browsers will use the JavaScript in the JavaScript only for designing their web browser, for designing their application. This is an we are coming to the some of the web browsers which we are using, like Chrome and Edge and etc. These are the web browsers. Is internally they have the built-in execution of built-in execution environment of the JavaScript. And this is a case sensitive language. Case sensitive language in a sense, like if you have for example, you have the text box, you have designed the text box in the, so if you have the filter function related to this text box. In the particular, in the text box, if you had given the small or caps, like if you have the in the table, you have the 10 type of in the first data is the caps letter, and the second data is the numbers, and third data is in the small alphanumeric way. So you need to filter into that text box. So by using the JavaScript, this is a case sensitive language. You need to give any type of data which you need to filter into the content. So this will accept. So JavaScript will support the several operating systems: Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and etc. It provides the good control to the user over the web browsers. That are the main features of the JavaScript. And applications of the JavaScript. This is a client-side validation, and we can able to create the dynamic dropdowns, and we can able to display the current date and current time. If you need to show the future date or past date, so we can able to give the displays the date and time. So by using the JavaScript, we can able to show the pop-up, prompts, dialog boxes, Now we are going to come with the pop-ups. Pop-up in a sense, for example, you had just now we had seen in the HTML example, the reason we had created one HTML page, sorry, HTML form. In that form, after you click on the sign up, you need to show that you logged in successfully. That is a pop-up. We can say, and also we can show the confirmation boxes. Confirmation boxes is similar to the dialog boxes. Like if you want to delete any data into the application, there is an you will see the one confirmation box that shows the yes or no. If you click on the yes, that will delete. If you want to you don't want to delete, so then you can click on the no. This type of the confirmation boxes we can show pop-ups, we can able to see, and prompts. You can design, you can define the dialog box which you want to show in the application. And coming to the HTML syntax, within the script tag, within this script tag, we are writing the JavaScript document, like JavaScript data content. With if you want to call it, if you want to call the functions or classes, or where you need to create the variables, you need to fetch the APIs within the script tag. We are going to design the JavaScript document. We'll go with the examples. This is the simple example of the JavaScript. First, welcome to the JavaScript. This is the hello world program, how we can write in the C or Java. So this is the introduction program of the JavaScript. Within the script tag, we can define the content of the, well, we can write the code of the JavaScript, like whatever the content you want to create, you want to write within the script tag, we will define. See, within the script tag, whatever you will write, that will come. External JavaScript file. So what is mean by external JavaScript? Now you can see here in the example we had designed this JavaScript within the script tag. Or if we had seen that every component there is an JS, HTML, and CSS. These whatever the file which is have the JS extension, this is called as external JavaScript. This file we can use anywhere in the application. See, here is the example. Type text JavaScript. This is an extend message.js, which is the file have the extension of JS, that is called as an external JavaScript file. You can use this. You can use this file everywhere in the application. Wherever you need within the script tag, you can call this message.js file. Now coming to the JavaScript variables. Mainly the variables we will declare. We have the two types of variables. Global variable and local variables. Global will are also defined as global variables in a sense if you had created any variable outside of the function or starting of the document. So that variable you can use function. You can use this variable entire the document. Like you have the 10 functions you had created one global variable, you can use that variable in the every function. Local variable in a sense you should need to create within the whatever the variable you had created within the function, that you should use within the function itself. You can't able to use in the outside of the function. See, here is the example. You have within the script tag, as we had just now we had discussed, within the script tag we are creating we are writing the JavaScript. So this is the I had created the one variable. The variable name is data that I had created outside of the function. This data I can use here. I have the function A and function B. So this data, this is in the outside of the function. I can able to call that variable. I can able to use that variable within the function. But coming to function B, in the B variable I had created within the function. So this I can't use it in the in the function A. So I can able to use only this B variable within the function. So first we will see the data. This is the global variable. See, this I can able to use if I can't able to access this B into the another function. Why? Because this is a local variable which I had created within the function. And now we are coming to the data types of JavaScript. Data type in a sense, whatever the data you are giving to the script, whatever the data you want to show in the application, that like if you have the numbers, characters, strings, like if you want to give the alphabets, that is defined as a strings or characters, that is one type of data type. If you want to show the numbers into the application, so that is an numeric type, so that will comes into the like numbers, integers, that are the some of the data types which we are going to use in the define the numbers. So mainly we have the numbers, like as integers we can say, and we have the strings, and then arrays. These are the some these are the common examples of the data types. Mainly in the JavaScript we have the two types of, they had defined the two types of data types. One is primitive data type. and non-primitive data types. So in the primitive data type, we can use, these are the primitive data types. Integer, strings, characters. Like for example, I have the variable a. I have defined the 30R, like, so I can give the only one value to the variable, that is called as a primitive data type. I can give the number of I can't able to assign the number of values to the variable. So that defines as a primitive data type. In the coming to the non-primitive data type, by using the non-primitive data types like objects, arrays, and regular expression. These are the examples of the non-primitive data types. Now we are going to discuss one by one. Objects, object means by using the flower brackets we can design the objects. In these objects we can able to assign the number of values to the one variable. For example, obj form values. So within this we can able to give 100 of numbers, 100 of their characters or something. This is the object. Array means you should use within the square brackets, you should use only one type of data, one type of values only. So if you want to give the numbers, you should give only the numbers into the array. You can't able to give the strings or characters into the arrays. So it will accept only one type of data type, one type of values. Now we will move on to the if else condition. So for example, I had given the variable a is equal to 20. In the code, I need to define if a greater than 10, then I need to show this document. And else. So if means if you have one condition, if that satisfies the first, if you have one variable that satisfies the first condition, that will shows the first value. If you want like you need the if it is correct or not. For example, true or false condition in the code. So that times you will use the if else conditions. Else controller. This is an sample program. So now if variable a is greater than 10, yes means that then it will print the this value. If it is not, in this case, this will print the else condition. Like if the condition is true, that will print the if condition. If condition is false, that will print the another condition. So if you want to print the 1 week, like 1 week means we have the from Sunday to Saturday, we have 7 days. So every day in the application, every day you need to show the like as the calendar. You can see in your mobile every day that will change. Today is Sunday, tomorrow that will automatically changes to the Monday. So in that case, they will use the switch condition. This is the one type of statement which executes the one code in the multiple expressions. Like example code for the switch. So I had used the switch statement. In this statement, I had given the 5 cases. Like if the case A will be satisfied, then it will print this value. The case B is satisfied, then it will print this value. If case A is not satisfied, then automatically breaks this statement and break the condition, and it will goes to the second case. So in this way, we will use the switch statement. Like every day, we by using the switch statement, we can able to reduce the code and we can give the perfect output which we are expecting. Like we have the default statement also here. If these all cases are not satisfied, then automatically it will comes to here. Now we are going to discuss loops. Like every scripting language, every object-oriented language have the loops. They have the mainly for loop, while loop, to while loop, and for in loop. So in the JavaScript loops, we are using for iterate the piece of code. Like if you have the one condition, if I is equal, if I value in the rf values here 100 of values I have. So I need to iterate all these 100 of values. I need to match with the a is equal to 10. So if in the I have 1 to 10, 100 values. So I need to filter this 10 value inside of this integer I value. So in that case, we are using these loops. So we can't able to write the 100 lines of code to filter out that 10 is existed in the loop or not. By using these for loops or while loops, do while loops, we can able to iterate the code and we will get the exact output for the data. Now coming to the functions, we will also look at it as the classes. Here. Function is used to perform the operations. We can call the JavaScript functions many times to reuse the code. If you had created one function, for example, function A, we had created and you write the some condition. So same type of data or same type of content I need to print into the another function. So that I can, so I don't want to write all this code into the another function also. I can able to write So I just want to call this function this dot function A. This is function B, you can say. So this function here we can able to call in this. So one function wherever you had created, where in the starting of the document you had created, ending of the document you had created, you can able to call that function whenever you need. So by using these functions, we can able to reuse the code, and we can able to show the output multiple times without writing long piece of code. And coming to the classes, if you had created the one function, you can able to call that function, but you can't able to create one more function inside of the function. If we have the function A, we can't able to create the function C or function B inside of this function. So coming to the classes is also same type of similar type of functions, but in the only one differentiation between the classes. If you had created the one class, you can able to create the more classes, and you can able to create the more functions into it. So in the example way, we can able to understand. Here is the for loop example which we had discussed just now. If I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. So this will increments the values till this condition will satisfies. So coming to the function, so here by using this message is, so you can call this a function whenever you need. In the another functions also you can able to call. But if the class is there, if in the class, if it is a class, for example, in this class you can able to create the functions, and you can able to create the another classes, subclasses also inside of it. But inside of the function you can't able to create. For example, you can say, so you can't able to create, you can see automatically the error. That is the difference between classes and functions. I think I'm clear. And coming to the window object. So there are two types of models in the JavaScript included: window object model and document object model. So first we will discuss about the window object model, then we will go to the document object model. In the window object model, is like it represents the window browser. These by using the window object model, it will create automatically. We can able to see the, for example, this is the window object model which we can say in the simple way. So in the window object model, we have the 6 methods. We'll discuss one by one. Alert. So in the applications of the JavaScript, we had seen by using the JavaScript, we can see the dialog boxes, confirmation boxes, pop-ups. We had discussed about that one. In the window object method means here alert, confirm. Alert means alert and confirm. Alert is the method you can alert the user. Like if sometimes the user by mistakenly he had touched the delete button, had clicked on the save button. In that way, by using the alert method, we can able to alert the user. You really want to do this operation, or you really don't want to do this operation. By using the alert method, we will alert the user, or like we will give one more notification to the user by using the alert method. In the confirmation, if you had given the alert message to the user, so in that box you have the yes or no. If he really wants to delete the data, so then he used to confirm this yes. If he really don't want to delete the data, he can use it as the no. This is the confirmation. Prompt is by using the prompt, you can define the dialog box which you want to give input to the user. Like in the alert box, that is defined by the system. That is the default thing. In the confirmation also default, which is coming from the JavaScript. In the prompt, by using the prompt, you can alert the user how you want to, like, you can redefine the message which you want to show it to the user. And fourth one, we have the open. So this is the open method. If you want to open the new window, so by using the open method, you can able to. And we have the close. By using the close method, you need to close the current window by using the close method, and set timeout. This is the very important method which we are using in the JavaScript. By using the set timeout method, you can perform the dialog box, like you need to show the alert message in the 10 seconds. So within the 10 seconds, you can define within the set timeout method. Within the set timeout method, how much time you need to show that message, how much like if you want to show that message in the 10 seconds, and then again you need to close that message. So that time you can use the set timeout without the user confirmation. So that we can use in the set timeout method. This is the window object model. Now we are going with the document object model. So document object model will represent the whole HTML document. Like when the HTML document is loaded in the browser, it becomes the document object. So that in the simple way, whenever we are loading the HTML document, so that is the document object model which we are using in the JavaScript. If you want to show the HTML document in the application, so here we are saying that when we are loading the HTML document in the browser, so for loading the HTML document, we need to use the root element for showing that particular HTML document. So in the document object model also we have some methods. Number one, write ln get element by id. Get element by name. Tag name. And finally we have get element by class name. So Write, this gives the strings to document, like whatever the content you need to write in the script, like HTML document, by using the write. Like here is the example for this. Document dot write. Like document is defines the which type of document. This is the root of the HTML document. And write, by using this write method, we can able to write any code inside of any content. And coming to the write ln. Like by using the write ln, this will defines ending of the line, that will coming to the new line, that automatically new line will enable. And get element by id. So get element by id, in a sense, it will take the id from the HTML document. For example, get element by id means, just now we had seen in the HTML examples, we had used some IDs over here for defining the CSS classes. For example, in the HTML header tag, we have one ID data. So by using this ID, we can able to call that document. By name, in a sense, from there we have that in the head, or like class. So by using this name, we can call that HTML element into the application. By the tag name. So this is the same example in the header tag. Head is one tag, or like h1. By using this tag, we are accessing the data, that is called as get element by tag name. Get element by class name. If you have one in the h1 tag, we have the one class. So this, by using this class, I can call that data into this JavaScript application. And finally, we will discuss with objects, arrays, and regular expression, non-primitive data types. These are the main topics, main parts, or main methods which we are using in the JavaScript. Objects. Earlier, we already discussed about the objects. Objects is an entity having the state of the behavior. This will enables different type of data types into this object. The creation of the object is there are three ways to create an object. We discuss object by literal, object by instance, object by constructor. Object by literal. In a sense, within the object, you are giving the value and key and values. This is called it as object by literal. Object by instance.
So you had created for example, this is an object A. So you had assigned these values here. So object by instance, if you want the object name which you want to give, and here we can call this object name. So in this way we can create the objects. We can use the object. And coming to the object constructor. In the object constructor, E is an one object. So inside of this new employee details you want to create. So within this, you can directly able to create construct the object within the object variable itself. So from here you had giving the keys and values. So wherever you had given, like if you have one table data, you want to design that table data into the object. So by object by literal you can give the key and value pairs. In the object name you can call this object which is already created. You can able to assign with the new object. Object constructor, in a sense, you can construct the object in whenever you are creating the object, then only you are constructing the object values. That is defined as an object constructor. And in arrays also we have the three types we can able to create the arrays. One is array by literal, array by instance, array constructor. Arrays we will define within the square brackets. Objects, as you are already aware of, within the flower brackets we can define object. So how we are creating the object, in the same way we are creating the arrays in the keys and values. Array instance, you can call the where new array is equal to this array name, like this, whatever the object you have created, call the by using that instance. You can able to reassign the values also. Array constructor. Array constructor, in a sense, you are giving the static values inside of the arrays itself, as you had defined in the object. For example, I need to create the employee details where new array. In this way, you had constructed the array. In the same way, we can construct the object. But the only difference in the object, inside of the object, you can use numbers, characters, or strings. You can able to access the alphanumeric values into the objects. But in the arrays, you should only use the, you can able to only access to the only one type of values only. If you want to give the numbers, you should only give the numbers only. If you want to give the strings, you should only give the strings itself. You can't give the alphanumeric values into the arrays. These are the basics of the JavaScript. I think we reached the time. Get in with get in notification with the encoder. Get in with get in. Vijaya, we had discussed get element by ID in the get in with get in. I think he was not here that one. Anyone have any questions? If there are no questions, that's all for today. Thank you very much for everyone. I will see you here that one. Anyone have any questions? Thank you, Abhay. Thank you, Madhu. Hope a happy weekend. I think this session is useful for you. You can log off. So before logging off, please give your names and numbers in the chat box. Our team will get in touch with the next session of next free session of Angular. Please give your feedback. Everyone, please give your feedback and give your numbers and mail IDs. Our team will get in touch with you about our next session. Thank you, Prakash. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Prakash, Madhu. Thank you, Manohar. Thank you, Harish. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Preksha. Thank you, SMB. I don't know. Thank you, Ujjwal. Thank you, Dhanashree. Thank you all. Bye bye. We'll see you again.